Okay, so let's pick back up with the Leicester Company problem, the handout. And we're going to do net present value. All right. So hopefully from accounting, from financial, if you haven't had management, you at least had financial accounting. Hopefully you recall the difference between a lump sum and an annuity. All right. We'll talk through it. So Leicester Company, we've worked with this fact pattern, so we won't read through the problem again, but we've got the same revenues and expenses, and compute the investment's net present value, assuming a required rate of return of 12%. All right. So again, we want net cash flows. Right, so that's the revenues less the expenses. All right, and this is a 6-year investment, and our relevant rate is 12%. So let's take a look at the time value of money tables, and we've got two, right? Table B2 and B1. All right, since this is an annuity for 6 years. In other words, we'll have the difference between revenues and expenses, and that works out to $315,000. The difference between those for 6 years, that payment of money over spaced out at an equal time interval is an annuity. So this is the chart that we're going to look at. 12% is the relevant column, and we'll go down to 6 periods. So our factor, and I know it's a lot of numbers here, but the one that's relevant for us is 4.11141. All right. So we'll take the present value of future cash flows. All right. And so the way we get that is the 825 less 510,000, and then we're going to multiply by the factor we pulled from the table. So that's your 4.11141. And honestly, for our purposes, probably to 3 decimal points is enough. But we'll use the entire amount since it's there. All right. All right, and we get $1,295,094.15. That's the present value of 6 $315,000 cash flows, net cash flows, each received 1 year at 1 year intervals. All right, and then we want to back out the opposite cash flow, the initial investment. All right. Now, the investment we can take as is. I'm going to show it as negative since it goes the opposite direction. But we can take it as is. We don't need to discount or compound that because that would be made at time 0 or at the beginning of year 1. All right, so this number is the present value at the beginning of year one of 6 $315,000 payments, and the $750,000 is the investment. So I'll show that as negative, and then we can take the difference between the two. All right. So the net present value is $545,094.15. That is positive. So that tells you that this investment returns more than 12%. Right? If we wanted to know exactly how much, that's the next metric that we'll be using. We'll discuss it on Wednesday, and that's our internal rate of return. Okay, that's all for now.